Good morning once again. I haven't seen you all morning, so it's just right that I say good morning. KMJ, it looks like you're able to rap to all of that.
Growing up, I used to sing that song back to back for my mom.
Oh.
May so rest in peace, you know, when I was a young boy. I think when I was in high school, and this song came up, I used to sing. I could rap all the song from the beginning to the end for my mom,
Okay.
You know.
So just... He's telling us his story, just like you can also do. You can share with us your story, send it to all of our social media, your fondest memory with you and your mom. Tell us the interesting one, the ones that you really never forget, the one that has shaped you till today. Let's also share in your story, and then we'll read it here on Prime Morning for you. But today on Prime Morning, we choose to celebrate one woman who's doing it all. She's a wife, she's a mother, she's an artist, and above all, the one that I'm still shocked at, she's an architect. And she's a CEO of a big company. You get to know the woman who's behind the Axonus company. So welcome this morning.
Thank you.
Welcome this morning, Akua Birmeh, if I got the name right. So Birmeh, so I've been rehearsing it. I'm like, was it Birmeh? Birmeh. Okay.
Before I start saying Birmeh, come.
It's from Upper West, yes.
Upper West.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where my husband is from.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So you took it from there?
Yes.
Before that, you had your own?
Yeah, I was Opong.
Opong.
Right. Very basic name.
she traded Opong for...
Yeah.
The one I come from. Birmeh.
Birmeh.
Oh,
Birmeh. Does it have a special meaning?
Meaning, no, not that I know of, but the children's names, yes, those have me, and those are Dagari as well.
Oh, okay. Okay. Do you by chance speak Dagari?
Little bits.
Oh.
Yes, the one who should teach me himself is.
It's not teaching you.
He tries his best, but...
Yeah, you are not learning.
Oh.
It's really good to have you here this morning.
Thank you. It's good to be here as well. Thank you.
So being a mother,
yes,
a wife, an artist, which one do you enjoy most?
Which one do I enjoy? So, well, I would say all of it comes together to make me who I am. Before I was a mother, I was a wife. Before I was a wife, I was... myself, I was in training to be an architect. So at every point in time, really, whatever combination I have, I just try to enjoy it.
Okay.
And go with it, yes.
Have you had some shocks as a mother?
Shocks?
Yes.
I think anyone that's a mother is constantly shocked. Anyone that is a mother is constantly shocked because it's other human beings, especially when they are babies. It's like a whole human being who can do absolutely nothing and is 100% dependent on you, and you yourself, how much do you know? And but it's one of those things you learn on the job, basically. It's one of those things you only know it. You can never tell until you are actually in it.
In there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Mothering is something else.
And mothering is something else. And you've been experiencing that for
the last 11 years.
11 years.
Yes.
And dealing with 3 boys.
3 boys and a girl.
And a girl.
3 monkeys and a princess.
In order of priority, the men came before them.
Yes, the 3 boys came and then the girl just closed.
Oh, so that's the last born. Yes. I can imagine how
do you know that's the last born? Mr. Birmeh is watching. How do you
that'll be a Trimude baby. Like,
Indeed.
Yeah,
Indeed. She's
3 boys and
No. I mean that it's 4 now.
Yeah.
But you never know. She hasn't said that that's the last. And
oh no,
the lady is the last. Maybe you would add the 5th and go to 6th and do the 7th.
She is definitely the last.
She's a builder. She's an architect.
So
I should build on.
Yeah.
No. That is the last.
Okay, so 11 years.
Yes, 11 years.
And how long have you been an architect yourself?
Actually, the whole time. I started having kids as soon as I started working. So, because we got married pretty soon after school, my husband and I. He was also in the school. He's a medical doctor. And so soon after school, we got married. And then just as we married, the baby was also on the way. So
no time
really,
to waste.
There hasn't been much. Yes. So yes, my whole life as an architect, I have been a mom, and for the longest time, I have been known in some circles as a pregnant architect because I was always, every other year, you see me, and I'm either pregnant or nursing a baby, and I built my profession actually with my kids. I mean, my first office had my baby's crib next to me, and just knowing and being a mom as well, I've worked that way. So my staff it's one of those things about my firm. You know, if you have a baby, they are welcome.
Right. Oh,
that's a good
so
one.
we create space for that.
That's good.
In fact, people who work with us understand they are dealing with an office with lots of babies.
We'll talk about the office, how it started, you know, in most of the maybe the outstanding works that you have done for us here in Ghana, and if you've done any outside of the country. But did you always know that you'd be an architect?
I'm an artist at heart. My whole thing was just, I'm a creative. So since I was a kid, I was always into creative things. I tell this story about being blackmailed by my mother into architecture. So, yes, so in that case, mother did know best, because it's literally like I live, eat and breathe architecture. I'm all about architecture, in fact.
Did you, Kim, aren't you surprised? Did you discover what she saw that she didn't see?
No, so it's weird because it wasn't, I wouldn't say it was even profound. She just, being a typical Ghanaian mom and thinking her daughter, who is actually very good in all the respectable subjects, the math, the science, the English, and all I seem to do is I want to do visual arts. So that was a battle with us. And she heard that you could actually do architecture with that, and that she was comfortable with. So it was one of those things. It was a trade-off. Okay, if you're going to do this, then you are definitely going into architecture with it. And then I got to do visual arts in Holy Child, which was one of the best experiences ever, because I found out after school that actually in other places doing visual arts in the school wasn't so respected, but in Holy Child we were like stars. Our headmistress, you know, they treated us very well. Like we went through the course feeling like stars. So that was a good experience. And then I went to university, of course, because it was laid out. You are going to do architecture with that art. So and getting in there, I mean, I went into it. I put myself into it, and I love it so much. And it also still gives me the chance to be an artist, because design is design. The principles are universal. So yes, I do enjoy that. My path has led me there, and it couldn't have been any other way, I don't think. Yes.
Was there a major challenge, you know, going through all that processes, in fact?
Challenge? Well, you know, we meet in the university, different backgrounds. Architecture is one of those courses. I mean, there were people who did home econs who were in my class. Nothing really prepares you for it. They actually tell you that nothing prepared you for this. So everybody comes with their superpower. Whatever background you came with becomes your little superpower, and then you learn the rest. So I did start having no clue about architecture. No, I did no research. I didn't do much, but I mean, I got to class and there were people who had interned in offices or were children of architects. So, you know, they had the strong backing. It was scary and tough, but once you recognize your strength and put the effort there, really everybody gets their time to shine. And for me, it was what I did. My arts helped so much.
Let's take a trip back to your home, your childhood. Yes, what kind of home did you grow up in?
Humongous family. I grew up in a humongous family. We are still very close, extremely close. I have many siblings. We are 9.
Oh, my dad still beats you to it. He has 13.
Okay, I'm saying 9 because that's official.
It's possible somebody will show up.
I'm telling you.
I don't know. But either way, we are very close. And it's one of those homes, maybe a little too open, because there's also numerous cousins, numerous people adopted in. So it's one of those homes you just always had a lot of people. For us, the positive thing was it's made us know how to live with people. Like, I'm one of those people, anyone that knows me considers me very tolerant, and probably it's because I've had to live with so many people all my life. In secondary school, things weren't a shock to me, like sharing, you know, never been a shock to me. There were people who struggled to live with that many people in their space. No problem for me at all. I'm happy in that space. So that's the type of family I came from. My dad is an engineer.
Okay.
my mother, who is actually the cause of the creativity, was a dressmaker.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's the one that will, I mean, there's an event tomorrow, nobody has clothes, and we'll wake up and she has stood on her feet all night and everybody's clothes is lined up.
Oh, great.
Yes. So for me as well, I mean, she may not accept it, but she's the reason I'm doing, you know, I'm in this direction. And I saw her model getting things done. She will get it done, no matter what.
I mean, I think I understand now, because to be I mean, yes, they won't say designer.
Yeah.
They say tailor.
Yeah.
It's
Tailor,
those kind of that.
Yeah.
There's still some sort of artistry in there. Maybe she saw that she carried what she had, and you could take it a step further.
But of course, for a lot of people, you cannot see beyond.
Yes.
You know, what can she do with this? What money will she even get?
Yeah.
You know? There was one particular name she used to, and it's not just me, my younger siblings. Well, the girls in my family are more creative. The boys, zero.
At this point,
still sit.
Yeah, the boys zero. They are all now in banking and all that sort of things.
All right.
None in the creative industry. But I mean, there's one name she used to terrorize us with. She said back in her hometown, there was one guy called Frank Donyina who can paint. Really, he didn't go to Morning Star, he didn't go to Holy Child, he can paint. Why are you going to spend money on you to go and paint? Makes sense? Yeah. So, of course, they didn't understand then, you know, where some of these things could take you. But I think we all know now.
If you were not an architect, what would you, is there any profession you've been admiring? So, wow. I mean,
it would still be in the creative space. Okay. Like I said, I'm an artist, and within the arts, my strength was in the graphics. So communicative arts. So I would use elements to communicate very easily. So that was my high point as an artist. And I reflect that in my architecture a lot. Okay. I'm very concerned about how my users or the end user experiences my space visually, spatially, the whole experience. It's and one of the things I tell my staff, the people I train, it's not just brick and mortar, because two people can put brick on top of mortar, and for one reason you gravitate towards the other, and that's the art behind it. That's the simulations that, you know, there's art and there's science of architecture, and the art is what draws people. The science makes it stand, and we learn that, we are taught that everybody can, but the art is what is special.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Interesting stuff.
Yes.
You know, if she probably didn't find herself, you know, where she is right now, we probably would have been, you know, singing as a music group by now. Possibly. I'm also in music. When I'm
what can you not do?
The Spirit of the Lord speaks.
My mother is music. Actually, my dad as well. So music is also a thing.
I think your background is beautiful. Yeah. You have a very beautiful background. I mean, from where you're coming from, there's too much. I'm not sure you ever go hungry.
No. I tell this to my kids, actually, because when I was in secondary school, it annoyed my colleagues, but I would do that. I'm the one who would go to school with my allowance, and I'll never call home again for money, because when it's before Valentine's Day, I've made cards. I'm making folders for my friends. Yeah. And prep time, I'm harassing everybody to buy folders for me, or, you know, your favorite cartoon character, let me draw it on you, or something for you. And I charge a little bit. And so I always have something on me.
Yeah, the options for you.
Yeah.
I mean,
as for that.
Is there some medicine in your lens? You've seen well.
I think so. He's really looking beyond.
Because I've read the Bible this morning, and I'm doing this through the Spirit. I'm being led.
You are in the Spirit.
Take it easy, baby. I'm being led.
Are your parents alive?
Yes, they are. Very much. Separated, but alive.
Okay. You've got
You're
some...
blessed.
Yeah.
Parents alive.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a blessing.
Have you got some fond memories of your mother, apart from she's seeing beyond, you know, and pushing you to do architecture?
My mother. So we call her Auntie B Unusual, because she's unusual. I mean, no matter what it is, if you went past anything and they were all normal, you can bet your bottom dollar she'll stop at the abnormal. She is unusual. I mean, we all got a bit of that strain. In the office is one of those things. If we do a design and I'm not feeling that X factor, that kick, I'm not moving. Like, client, you're not getting it. I have to get that. I think I get that from her. So we call her Auntie B Unusual, because you can be sure that she goes shopping for you, and they will come back with everything that is
unusual,
not the usual. And you have to deal with that, because you go to school and you have something unusual. It's like, it's one of those things. Yeah.
So, as a mother,
Yeah.
in this country of ours, you know, outside of the country, there's under tunnels and all of that. You can beat traffic. There's some way, somehow, you can survive with 10 children with the nature of your job, where I'd say that if you're cooking to sell, yes, it's good to be on time for consumers, but you can choose to put the food at your vending stop at the time that you want.
Yeah.
But if you're an architect and you have, you know, customers, timelines and all of that. With 4 kids, with the constant issues in Ghana, let's draw it on this table for us to see if some of us can pick some tips in there. How do you do it?
I think I've been lucky in that things are falling together a bit, well, I say conveniently. So, for example, my first nanny I got when I had my first child, who was 11, is still with me as I speak. So as I was leaving the house and I packed the lunches and whatnot, she was getting them ready so they can move. So, and that's probably also, I don't know. I'll just say I've been lucky there. She's not an angel, but we've worked out a very good system. I've been lucky because my husband is a pediatrician. He gets teased that he's having his patients in his home. He's giving birth to his patients. And so when it comes to medicals and, you know, these things, I know, you know, the child is sick at night, all kinds of things. With having him, and he's a very attentive father, very helpful. Yeah. Very, very helpful. And I mean, apart from that, like I said, I have a humongous family. We chip in for each other every now and then.
Somebody can be there for someone, you know.
Yes. Yeah. Our kids are
those are beautiful pictures on the screen there. Yeah. Oh, no. There's one of family portraits of yours that broke the internet during Christmas. Yeah. Oh, dear. I hope you didn't miss that one, but we'll roll them back again. Oh, no. Yes.
Oh dear. Okay. Well, that's a surprise.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So look at yourself in there.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. This was my birthday last week.
Oh. That's my lady.
Nice.
Okay.
Yes. Oh dear.
No,
wow.
dear.
Yes, we do a lot together. I mean, he's busy, I'm busy, and but we try to find time with the children as much as possible. So it has fun, and then also because I work for myself.
Okay.
I've worked to make it convenient for myself to have the children around. You know, there are random things. In the middle of a school day, you are called that someone has a cough or someone is running a temperature. You have to stop everything. Go and collect this child. Where do you send them? You bring them to the office. So with that, I set up my office to accommodate that. We had a nursery, and we have a lot of women. Not intentionally, but we end up having so many women working in my office. I mean, at one point, almost everyone there had a child. We did a count. We had more than 20 children between us.
Wow.
And, you know, they would bring their kids in. We had the space for it. It's something that we have to make it work for ourselves. One of the things I've been pushing and championing is for corporate offices. It doesn't need to be a humongous approach. Just a small room, carpeted soft enough because we know how children are. Allow them to bring the children in with a nanny, a sister, a mom, someone who can mind them whilst they're working, because there's nothing worse than being at work. Having to concentrate on something and then knowing that your child maybe is sick at home, or especially when it's fresh and you're breastfeeding. And they tell you it's time. They will tell you it's time and it's coming out, and I've caught my friend hiding under her table in a corporate office before pumping. Like, you know, it's not our fault that we are the ones that bring the children into the world. Can we accommodate us, you know? Public spaces, banking halls, all these places, they should accommodate us. We are here. We are not going anywhere.
Oh, good. It'll be a good time. So now I'm curious. Each time, if you got a contract or
it's one of the things we always
advise.
Yes, we always fight to put that in. Some clients have, you know, walked the path, and sometimes eventually they do or they don't. But it's always part of our proposals. We push as much as we can, so that every public spaces should accommodate us.
Right.
We are here to stay.
Beautiful story. Beautiful, beautiful life.
Are you nursing the idea of marrying an architect? You should.
Possibly.
Well, if on our wedding day you're gonna let me sit and draw me sitting.
Is that all it requires?
You.
The gentleman cannot even make control.
You know what happened in Titanic, right?
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened in there?
Oh, she doesn't know.
I mean, a lot of time.
No, the scene that Jack has to draw Rose.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Okay.
You know, what are you thinking?
Nothing.
No, but that would be good. You know, like, okay, on our wedding day, on our honeymoon, what we get, that's what I want.
Did watch something yesterday which was related to a couple someone drawing, and that wasn't good. You know what? It wasn't good at all.
So this morning in conversation with us is Nana Akua Birmeh.
Yes.
So Birmeh, Birmeh.
Yeah.
It will stick forever. I'll never forget.
She's got a lot of siblings, beautiful
Yes.
siblings.
Yes.
Lots of
Your kids.
Yes.
Do you see any of them showing
signs?
Signs.
The second one is goofy. He's always running away creatively. Like he starts one thing and it's like you can never tell where he's heading with the goofiness. The first one is very logical. He may be more like his dad. Very logical. The third, I mean, he's a Mensa.
Yeah.
He's just a fighter for now.
Fighting for their sport all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just a fighter for now. As for the princess, we are still watching.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're still watching.
Looks like it's balanced. You are very balanced.
She will sing the thing she's reading. Supposed to be reading.
Grandma is showing up there then. Grandma and Grandpa.
She's named after Grandma, so.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. Oh, I didn't mention also. So I have my mother-in-law, my husband's mom, has been incredible also in the journey. She's a retired nurse, so whenever I had the children, and I had them all through CS, she would be there. In fact, she would do the mothering part because my mom wasn't around at that time. Most of the time, she would actually move in with us, take care of me, take care of the baby, and we have such a incredible, like, sometimes it's, and that's what I'm saying, I think I'm just lucky because she is amazing.
Oh, wow.
And this conversation is timely. You know, this week we've been talking about in-laws and the role they play in spouses and marriages and all of that. And for you, I think you're still blessed having someone that supports you.
My mother has officially handed me over to her. So you can have her.
What's her name so that we wish her
Auntie Christy.
She's
in Kumasi.
Auntie Christy in Kumasi. This is a big applause for you. You hardly would hear in-laws talk about, mother-in-laws like this. I want this person.
She's calmer than my mother, so I like
receive it.
Did you hear what she said? She's calmer than my mother.
She's calmer than my mother. My mother is
sometimes, man, you know, our mothers are somewhere.
Share
with me, Nanika, share with me one of the most terrible experiences with a customer, if you have any. Have you had any?
Terrible. So, I'm a Christian as well. Okay. And I also try to be in the spirit with a lot of things. And a lot of times when we are dealing with a client and things start getting rough for no apparent reason, most of the times, and this thing, it's a thing in my office, like my staff, they all understand. I'm like, no, let's let it go. Sometimes it has cost us. It has cost us time, it has cost us money, but I would say, let's leave it. When I pray, if I'm not comfortable with it, we leave it. Because sometimes I say to them, this one wants to bring us trouble. And eventually, sometimes a couple of years, sometimes what we hear behind the scenes of what became of it, we are grateful to God. So we're taken out. We're taken out. So that is definitely something. We've had situations, we've gone near situations, but I'm happy to say by God's grace, we usually sense it. I get that sense, and then we try to step back.
Okay.
As much as possible. Yes.
I'm thinking some mothers try their best. They want to be good wives. They also want to, play the role. Good mother and all of that. But their partners, people underestimate the role a husband or a wife would have to play in helping you. You're lucky. Yes. But I mean, would you like to tell us the role of your partner?
I think men. So I think a lot of men don't understand that the women are also as clueless as them. I think for some reason, men think that women probably know or should know how to go about this or how to handle this. But a lot of times for the women as well, they are only also learning on the job. Yeah. And you have to do this learning together. It's important that the fathers participate as much as possible. We understand, especially let's say after the initial maternity part, when the woman has to go back to work, and it takes a toll on women. There's issues of postpartum depression. Everyone experiences it at a certain level. If as a man you are not aware, sometimes this it can bring problems, because you asked at the beginning, being a mother, how is it? How is that sense, especially with your first child, that sense that this is a human being, a whole human being who has absolutely no control of itself, and is depending on you, another human being, wholly to survive. Yeah. You are scared of everything you do. You try to do this. Hey, what if you yourself are questioning yourself? You are scared. It doesn't help for a man to be behind you, not giving a hand, and also judging you. No.
Right.
Be in it together. Of course, not every man will know how to do everything, but what you know how to do, please bring it to the table. Let's do this together. Yes. And it's good for the children growing up, also seeing mom and dad, bringing forces together to make things happen.
Okay.
And lately, the men have been doing well with that.
Yes, I think so. I think generally.
Stories,
how are you dishing out credits to your own self like this?
If we don't, you're not going to do it. So.
No, I think now
you guys never do it.
The modern men are getting a little more exposed.
Yeah, there's some very good stories out there.
I remember one of the things. This was in church anyway. I think when you come to church, because you have a family space, where you go with children, and it's the ushers meet you and force the father to hold the child. So even if you were coming with the baby, I don't know if they've been told, but I started noticing, because it happened to me. If you're holding the child, maybe he's holding the bag, whatever. Once you get there, they'll take the baby and give it to the father.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
You hold your bag. It's like some respite for mom.
What church is this?
Which is good.
What have you gone?
I agree.
No, and I think even if he doesn't do it at home, this gives them a chance to
at least.
Yes. Yeah. It's very important, and for us too, it's a relief. A bit.
A break.
It's a break.
No, the good thing is that it's something you've been wanting for a long time, and the church is helping you get that.
Yeah.
So.
We don't like this commentary. Lanikia, let's talk about your works.
Yes.
Which one of your works is your favorite design?
That's like asking about children. I don't have a favorite.
Is it true though,
yes,
that mothers don't have favorite? Because I always thought that my mom loved my brother so much.
No,
I thought she was biased.
It's impossible.
Really?
And it's one of those things you can't imagine how much you can love one person so much, and then you turn around and you love this one so much, and you turn around and you love because they are so. I don't know. You can't. It's impossible.
Okay.
Yes.
I would accept.
There's only wickedness.
No, I wouldn't. I can't imagine why, how, or that you would love one more than the other. No.
Okay.
You love each maybe differently.
Yeah.
Because
but the love is
because
the same.
Of maybe their personality or the way they are. There's a way you connect with them.
Yeah.
But it's.
But you see, you get a mother sit you down and say that, okay, Emefa, you know what? I see you're strong, you're a fighter, you can do things for yourself, but your brother saying he needs some extra care.
Yes,
so when you hear me, saying good stuff to him, it's just because I need to dish out some.
No, but that's being sensitive to the children's needs. You like they're saying, yes, this one needs a little more attention, a little more push. You are so and so. Being aware of the circumstance, I think, helps.
Okay.
It does not mean you love one less than the other. It's impossible. Like, I can't even imagine with.
Okay, but let's see. Maybe I might love some of your works more than some. Okay? So let's see some of the. Oh, wow.
Okay.
Wait a minute. I've always been wondering how.
That's a pregnant architect in the middle there. It's not me.
One of your staff?
Yes, one of my staff.
Okay.
Oh wow. Yes. Yeah, she was mentioning that.
I like the way she was so easy.
Yeah, no. So that's job, yes. So that's one of the things that for us in our firm, it's been good for our staff because you are not limited because you are pregnant or because you have a baby or whatnot. You know, you still feel like you can participate. We are still welcome to the table.
Right.
So that's why you see, I mean, she was on site.
Okay, so I like the picture that just left the screen, if you can bring that one back. I want to ask Nanekia exactly what she remembers, the most memorable time designing that. Yeah. Oh, wow. Look at that. There was one that showed a room. It looked like a hotel room or something. It looked like a hotel. Or that, oh, wow.
Oh, this is nice.
So you put this on paper, you draw it, and then you put it to reality. Okay, you said you don't have a favorite. Is that house hanging in the air?
The top is supposed to be floating.
Wow.
And it is floating.
And it's in Accra here?
Built, yes. It's been
wow.
built. Really? They moved in recently.
Okay.
So I told you, we're flying. It's about time, baby.
Okay. Do you make good money? Is it something?
I'm comfortable.
You're comfortable?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm comfortable. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm comfortable.
Okay.
And I'm better than before, and that's life. You progress, so.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Okay. Okay. Were you very intentional with your marriage?
Intentional? With the marriage? Well, like I said, we met in school.
School
we spent 6 years in school. They spent 6 years as well, 6 to 7 years in college. And so by fourth year, I always say this, by fourth year, most of your colleagues are not there. So architects and doctors tend to see each other because then they are the people you've seen from first year that you are still familiar with. So there's a lot of gravitation around these two professions on campus anyway. And so, yes, we met in school. We were sweethearts.
And so within the 6 years.
We met around fourth year.
In the fourth year. At what point did you know that, God, that's my husband?
Hey, this one was purposeful. He was purposeful.
Oh, he was? Huh?
He's serious about everything. Like I said, he's logical. He doesn't play. So, I mean, I'm more fluffy.
Fine,
I'm more fluffy. Yeah, he was very certain.
Okay.
From day one.
Okay, did you hear? A man who is certain.
Yeah, he was very certain from day one. That one wasn't like, he's very logical. Get it, this is it, and you get it over and done with. Yeah,
it took you time to...
Of course not.
Oh, our connection was almost instant, actually. Yes, but it took time to become a couple.
Okay.
But he was certain. Oh, you'll be my wife.
Oh. You ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. That was a wise and a smart decision.
Oh, yes. We are, yes. And I mean, look at him.
Oh, gosh. We'll take this part of the answer and we'll send it to him specially. But today we just want to celebrate you, Thatte. You're doing so well. A lot of women looking up to you. I mean, you do it so well. 4 kids, an architect, and you don't look like you've even had one child. I'll ask the secret behind the camera. But it's just... That's why you're not gaining weight and nothing.
Oh, that's for the gaining. Child...
Manage your way out.
Yes, you go and come. You're just springing back and forth.
Okay.
That's another thing. Women should relax. Don't stress yourself too much. Yeah. With time, you come back.
Okay. Where's the company located? And I like the way you say the name. Say it again. Axenis.
Yes.
Where's it located?
Currently in Abilimpi.
Okay.
Yes, Abilimpi. So we our professional ethics generally we wouldn't give a look. We don't advertise.
Okay.
Architects don't. We're like we don't advertise.
Really?
So we don't put signage and whatnot. Your works are supposed to sell you.
Okay.
And so we get business on referrals and recommendations and people visiting your project and say, oh, who did that? So and so. There's a reason for it. It's something that's still being battled in our quarters. I'm also on the Institute's council, Ghana Institute of Architects Council. So for the last 4 years, we're in our 4th year. So these are things that we are working out, but there's a good reason for that. And even personally, like I'm glad we have something.
No, I mean, it's good. As long as you get in the jobs.
Yes, because if one building comes down, that's a big disaster. Yeah. So you want to make sure people are not screaming in the public, come to me, I'm the best architect. Oh, I can do that. Oh, I am this, that. You have to have work to show for it. And usually you can show that work when you have apprenticed, you have worked with a firm, you've worked with professionals. You gain that experience, you come out, you get to work on something, portable, and then you grow. And that becomes a reference point. So for me, I started with Imperial Homes, which was my first major client. And we started and went on and on and on. So usually, and I'll say this since I'm on air, if you see an advert of an architect, I am an architect, this is my number, this is my address, come to me for designs, be cautious. It means they are not architects. Because if you're an architect, you know you are not supposed to do that. And we know the reason why.
Right.
So if you go online and find people putting their addresses and phone numbers and saying, come to me, I'm an architect, or come for designs, or come for drawings, usually it's quack.
Maybe I'm not a mason.
Yes, or a draftsman or something. Or working, yes, it happens.
It's possible.
And a lot of people are misled that way.
All right.
Just type in Ghana Institute of Architects or Architects in Ghana, or walk to Ghana Institute of Architects. There's a list of professional, accredited, licensed architects who you give your work and you can rest assured that it won't follow on you.
Oh, thank you for this information. It'll be a good time. Say something to mothers. That's to be your final comment.
I'll join your office part-time.
No problem. We are a very open office. People come and go. So mothering. It's because it's so stressful. Sometimes we forget it's probably next to God.
Oh.
We make human beings in us and bring them. We are continuing humanity. And we are special. What we do is very special. Men try, but as for that, we take the cup. We are special.
Thank God you brought that in. You can't take us out.
On days like this, people say, oh, celebrate your mother every day. It's not only Mother's Day and what's not. Yes, I'm one of those people that believe you need a special day for things. Because anything that you leave open, any day, nobody does it.
They can postpone it.
The people who say celebrate them every day, they don't do anything. So please, when we have a special day, celebrate us.
Great.
If nobody will celebrate you, celebrate yourself.
We're happy to celebrate you today. You're Mother of the Day. So from Woodine, we've got a special gift for you. We'll wrap it up nicely and then would have him walk to the car with it for you. That's from Woodine.
Do that.
Okay.
Oh,
thank you. Thank you.
That's so nice.
Yeah. Thank you for coming this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Happy Mother's Day to you.
Thank you very much.
From Prime Morning and the multimedia as well to you.
Now, regards to the family,
Will do.
And to the little princess as well.
Yes.
Got some big bodyguards.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. So we've been talking to Akua Birmeh. Did I get it? Oh, finally. Yes.
Tick.
Yes. Mother, tick. An artist, tick. An architect, tick. And especially a wife. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
All right. That's more on the show. Today is our special pre-Mother's Day. Great conversations coming up. And I've been doing this with a gentleman, KMJ. Yeah, for the small do stay.
Yeah, we're flying.
We're not flying this morning.
We're the spirits.
We're celebrating mothers. Do stay.